I'm here at the site of the Battle of the Neches, which occurred in 1839 between Duwali, Chief Bowles as he was known, and his Cherokees and a few other tribes against the Texas government. The Cherokees had originally come to Texas hoping to get title to their land from the Mexican government. They were welcomed, but they never received title. Eventually, when Texas fought Mexico for its independence, Sam Houston had come with William Goins to make a treaty with the Cherokee to keep them from attacking us during the Revolution in exchange for receiving a title for their land. They did not attack us, and unfortunately after the Revolution, though, even though Houston was president, the Texas government refused to ratify that treaty and to give them title to their land. As long as Houston was president, he had a policy of peace towards the native tribes, especially the Cherokees, since he was himself adopted into their tribe. But when Mirabeau B. Lamar, who had a much more aggressive Indian policy, became president, he sent word that the Cherokees and other natives in East Texas must go. Chief Bowles, although he tried to negotiate to hold on to the land, eventually there was no negotiating with the Texans, and so he sided with his young men who wanted to fight, because after all, they had been driven out of the U.S. once. They really had nowhere to go back to, and so they stood their ground. And at 83 years old, Chief Bowles led the last battle between the Cherokee here in Texas and the Texas government. Near this site of this marker, Chief Bowles and his tribe were defeated. Chief Bowles was wounded, his horse was wounded, and so as they were retreating from the battlefield, he dismounted and was shot again. So he knelt down, and although one Texan tried to come up and spare his life, another Texan came up and shot him. Chief Bowles and the warriors that died here were mostly left on the field and never buried, as the Texas Army pursued the rest of the native tribes out of Texas. Here on this site there is the marker that you see, and this is considered sacred ground. So you notice that there are sometimes small trinkets and gifts that people bring to remember Chief Bowles and the Cherokees and other warriors that fought here. In the little tree next to the marker, you also see some other items that have been left here.